Hello everybody and welcome back to East Memories of Celceta. And it's time to enter the very last leg of the game. Now that we've beaten Garuda's lackeys, all of their troops have skedaddled. And Leo is putting them back in the barracks.
Sure.
So, after all those adventures, we finally get to open a door. Oh, and Lisa has shown up too. Yeah, Garuda has always been a problem, no matter what version of East 4 you're playing. Look, restraining a god is not an easy thing. You need a plan. So we just have to slap it on his face, I guess? Yeah, that's what we have to do. And I'm willing to bet that Eldiel has a really high grapple check. Yeah, right now he's Angry Boy. Well, of course it's gonna be Adol. And everyone gets it, but him. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Thank you, Ozma. You understand things. Yeah, Adol has led this party by, well, I wouldn't say smarts, but he's the one who's been willing to do the thing, and being willing to do the thing is very strong. Okay, adjust party. And welcome to the Temple of the Sun. This has been the final area in every version of Ys 4. And it's generally been pretty short. Hello, Black-Winged Eldiel. Been a while since I fought you last. And interfering is what Adal does. It's how these games work. You know what you done. Yep. It's an SSD, you morons! So, what are you gonna do with all that? You know, Nepishtim still exists. You could have just used that. You haven't read much mythology, Kalilica, have you? Oh boy. Yeah, the fact that you actually get to fight Eldiel this time is one of the reasons I was really hyped for this game. Because having the Eldiel fight done well was something I really wanted to see. Okay, Eldiel. You really need to be good with the guarding, because Eldiel has some wicked juggle tech and some very powerful attacks. Thankfully, it's not too difficult to guard most of his attacks, but you should watch out especially for that wind attack because it will wreck you. It moves really fast, does a lot of damage, and will very easily juggle you for a lot of pain if you don't block. Okay, he charges up this super attack, but you have a very small window to stun him out of it. And the attack he does locks you in place and does continuous damage unless you perfectly guard everything. However, if you manage to stun him out of it, you can do really big damage and end the fight actually pretty quickly. Someone want to pick up the Mask of the Sun? Anyone? Anyone want to do that? Pick up the Artifact of Doom? No? Well, okay. How's it hanging, buddy?
Yare yare.
Haha, oh you. Oh, you don't know the half of it. Yeah, we need to, deal with your personality problem. Oh, so LaFonce died to put away the other, Eldiel. Oh? Yeah, that's what it looks like to normal people. Though, I find it interesting that Eldiel's split personalities are not specifically good and evil, but are Vorlon and Shadow. But yeah, whatever you say, Eldiel, you're a god, it might make sense to you, but not to anyone else. Alright, you're still alive. Yeah, in other games, Garuda is usually dead before you enter the Temple of the Sun. But we kinda overlooked that. Oh? Uh-oh. So, as usual, Garuda secretly is a traitor to Eldiel's ideas. Well, it was right there, and the rest of y'all just forgot to pick it up. And he gone. Oh. Okay, so in East 4 Mask of the Sun, Iris was the central tower of the City of the Ancients, part of the Silver District. But now it is the final dungeon of Memories of Celceta. Well, we better go get. Yeah, glad that you're on our side this time. Yeah, Saul Galba is a big boy. As much as I love artillery support, we're going to have to do without, as usual. That is the path forward. This is not a point of no return, by the way. You can always go back from the final dungeon to wherever. So, let's get in there. So yeah, we are basically inside magical cyberspace. Or something like that. It's not entirely clear. Yes. So he is the godly bookkeeper. Look, he's a god. He can do this sort of thing, alright? Yeah, this world is way big. It's super big. Well, we got 3 bosses to go. Thankfully, they're not a big deal. Okay. Yeah, we can just Mega Man this. Okay, so Iris is divided into 3 areas, bronze, silver, and gold, and bronze, silver, and gold were originally the 3 districts of the City of the Ancients in the other versions of Ys 4. The Gold District always had the Temple of the Sun, but the contents of the others varied between the other games. And each of these areas has its own specific puzzle associated with it, which is why I'm only going to be doing one of the areas right now. I'll be tackling the other 2 in another video, and in the video after that I'll be finishing up the game. Basically, the puzzle in this area is an element puzzle. You use these pedestals to activate various elements associated with the tiles in this dungeon. For example, the wind crest creates updrafts, but it also creates strong winds in certain passages, and only one element can be active at a time. Also, the element that's active affects what attacks these floating head enemies use. And more of these enemies are standing around. But you should already know how to deal with them. I will be taking that blue stone. See, those strong winds there are keeping me from advancing. And these enemies shoot gravity bombs, which suck you in toward the center of the impact point. And I got Aura Fencer, which I am equipping right now. It's incredibly strong. Ow. You can always turn off elements that you have previously activated. And for these areas, I'm going to be getting all of the gold and red chests, because they all contain seriously useful stuff, like puzzle progression and final dungeon equipment. Neat things like those. after you kill this guy. The enemies in the Iris are not especially difficult for the most part, but they can launch some pretty nasty status effects, like some of them do paralyze, some do misfortune. And we got the Hero's Ring. Now, this is an incredibly powerful item, because what it does is it gives you a more powerful version of your character's ultimate super move. I'm equipping it on Adol so I don't forget to equip it on him later. Another reason I did this area first is because the puzzles here are relatively tame. The puzzles in the other two areas are very much not. Now let's see what we got here. Okay, so this is Frida's final dungeon weapon. Each one of the areas has 2 final dungeon weapons and I think 2 final dungeon armors. So by the time you've finished each of the 3 areas, you'll have a full set of equipment for everybody. If you've been diligent about getting the treasure chests. Oh, that's right. Once the water crest is active, those head enemies can inflict freeze. Okay, more healing tablets. Ah. Okie doke. Equipment here, not as strong as the ultimate equipment you can get from the Sunstone, but it's still pretty good. It's still a very large step up from the stuff you can buy in the Rue Village. Okay, that's still there, so we need the 3rd crest. Oh yeah, the crests affect the attacks of these things too. I just noticed it while I was looking over the recording. And that should open the way. Yeah, lowering that water level with the Suncrest is the key to exiting this area and fighting this place's boss. Oh, red chest. Okay, I already have one of these, but it's a really great item that increases your character's attack and defense based on how many enemies that have been killed. And if you've gotten this far the way I have, it provides an enormous boost. Once I can find it, of course. The required materials to craft it are also very difficult to find. And I think Ozma has the other one that I made. One of the things I like, by the way, is the fact that red chests have been the eternal holdover. Like, all chests were red chests in East 1 and 2. And they were also all red in Dawn of East. But now they've made it so red chests hold important things. Starting with Ark of Nepishtim. Also, the chest opening jingle has never changed, ever. It's like the item get jingle in Legend of Zelda. It wouldn't be the same without it. Okay, now we take the elevator back up and we can access the boss area. Haven't used these in a while. And those would be Karna's final area weapon, if I didn't already make the Venus knives for her. And I completely did not notice the healing monument, so I waste some items here to heal up Adol for the boss fight. Okay, so Zeravuts is the bullet hell boss of the three Guardians of the Iris. Shoots a bunch of lasers, shoots a bunch of bullets, shoots really hard though. It can also inflict paralyze, and can send its arms around the arena to shoot inwards. Basically what you do with this guy is stun him, and then hit him with everything you got for lots of damage while he's stunned, because you don't hit for that much otherwise. But it never really takes more than one stunning, at least for this guy. Other Colossi may vary. Anyway, beating one of the Guardians automatically sends you back to the central area. And gives you a little marker that you've beaten that one. Anyway, that's it for this video. Next time we will be exploring the rest of Iris. I will be seeing you then. Goodbye.